Yo, I'm gonna do a real quick video on Umar Johnson, who is a kind of semi-famous or infamous hotep, who I first heard about. And by the way, I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to use that word. Um, he's doing. He's going to be talking about ADHD, and we're going to see if he knows what he's talking about. Spoiler alert: he does not know what he's talking about. I have ADHD, by the way. Uh, that diagnosis has made my life uh, a lot better. Let's hear what he has to say. Let's hear Umar Johnson masticate the vasectomy of the penile, or should I say, penal colonization.
Welcome to St. Louis. Welcome to the radio station. Thank you for this opportunity. So we were talking
He's one of those guys who likes to
education, ADHD. So tell me about the work that
he likes to pose for pictures like this. But he's got like this look in his eyes, like a child lost in a shopping mall.
Diagnosis and treatment of mental illness, depression, schizophrenia, anxiety disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, eating disorders.
Right.
That's clinical. But school psychologist is a psychologist of learning. Our job is to evaluate to determine if children have learning disabilities.
Okay.
So school psychology differs from clinical psychology because you're only dealing with how the mental problems can affect learning.
Gotcha.
So if a child's mental problem does not affect learning, they do not get special ed. So let's say you have a son with ADHD.
Okay.
ADHD is not a special ed disability. It's a mental disorder.
Right.
ADHD is a cognitive disorder. It comes from a shortage of dopamine in your brain. What that causes, that's a stimulant. And when you lack that stimulant, you start searching for outside sources of stimulation. Anything from like risky sex to cocaine. Or that's why like somebody will get distracted in the middle of a conversation or ask you to repeat yourself, because what happens is the brain's just needs new stimulation constantly. So like I have ADHD, and let me give you an example. When I jerk off, this is how you jerk off with ADHD. You got porn on the laptop, porn on the TV, porn on the phone, and then a woman onto your right jerking you off, because the right hand is for vaping.
Outgrowth of the war against black men. So basically, in the 1980s, that's when the United States government intensified its mass incarceration campaign. And that's when fathers really started leaving the home to go to jail.
Right.
Nothing
That
with
left
ADHD,
a
though.
vacuum. But all these black mothers were raising black boys on their own.
Yep.
And because when the father is not there, the discipline tends to slack off. Okay? And when the father is not there, a boy going through pre-puberty and adolescence, he craves that father because around 7, 8, 9, you stop hanging around mommy so much and you start learning how to be a man with dad.
Exactly.
But when dad's not there, that can cause some
Exactly.
sort of emotional dysfunctionality.
Right.
He just said emotional dysfunctionality. He's suggesting that the lack of a father in the home causes lower dopamine levels that you can actually detect in a CAT scan. This guy's a fucking moron, and he looks like a giant fucking hamster. And this fucking dummy, her name is Stacy Static because she has white noise in her fucking brain, is sitting there and being insulted as a woman by this fucking moron.
1987, ADD became ADHD.
Oh.
Yeah, in 1987, ADD became ADHD. Before ADD, it was called hyperkinetic disorder, and that was in 1968. They've known about this since 1902. This guy's a fucking dum-dum.
The only thing the drugs do is arrest brain chemistry. They calm you down. They cannot make you pay attention. In other words, you don't have to be hyper to not be paying attention.
Exactly.
So the drug makes you sit still. But
Okay, but the drug is speed, so how does speed make you sit still if you don't have a fucking... if your brain chemistry isn't different?
drug is so that the white teachers who teach our boys, most of whom don't even want to be in there with them,
Hello.
can have an easier school day. So the drugs ain't for the kids.
It's for the
It's
teacher.
for the teachers.
Look at the way he just preys upon fucking sexism and fucking hatred of fucking white people. And that's just the beginning. This motherfucker wants to fucking take your money so he can open up a school that does not hire gay people because he thinks gay people gay men turn kids gay.
85.
85%.
In some cities, it's higher than that.
This fucking idiot says that there are no gay people in Africa. He says black people can't be gay. He says there's no sign of gay people in Africa. Regardless of the fact that there are fucking Nigerian fucking gay movements being suppressed right now, and regardless of the fact that they have the death penalty in Uganda for gay people. So according to him, Uganda has the death penalty for something that doesn't fucking exist.
Now, to be honest, don't act like you.
Shut up.
But,
Ritalin is classified with cocaine and opium.
Yeah, it
by the
is.
Drug Enforcement Agency.
Because it's the drug.
and they freely and willingly give it. Do we have an
He said cocaine and opium. I think he meant to say opiate.
tuning in? So, hey, y'all.
Shut up.
Dr. Umar.
Yeah. Anyways.
6 o'clock.
Yeah. For a while back, he had this fake stripper controversy, but the controversy was he fucked a stripper. I don't know why that would be a controversy, but I think what he did is he hired a stripper to say that he fucked him, because I think Dr. Umar Johnson, let me put it to you this way. Dr. Umar Johnson says that he doesn't hate gay people except when he looks in a mirror.
Laying out how it's
give
been.
the solution.
Okay, you do
The
give the
solution is
solution.
real simple, but the black community don't want to hear the solution.
Yeah, and they always and these guys always bash other black people.
Money, they take commitment, they take sacrifice.
Okay.
And we do not invest in ourselves. We're the only.
He thinks it's okay that if he bashes black people, he thinks it's okay as long as he says we.
The solution is to give every black child in St. Louis their own independent school.
Nah, I got a better idea. How about socialism, you fucking moron? I really don't like this fucking idiot. Because he'll sit there and talk about the miseducation of black people, and then he'll be like, and watch him quote Will Smith.
Women spent over $9 billion on hair care last year.
I knew it was going to be her, babe.
Jesus Christ, lady.
Bought twice as many Mercedes Benzes as white folks
Benzes.
last year. Twice as many Mercedes.
Benzes.
But white people have twice as much wealth as you do.
Socialism.
Look at that. So you're talking about conspicuous consumption. So while our children are being miseducated, only 1 out of every 4 black boys graduates from high school in America.
And so shouldn't we treat their learning disabilities?
Girls did not graduate last year. So we have a crisis in miseducation.
Yeah.
But yet and still the black community doesn't want to take responsibility to fix that crisis.
Somebody said.
Yeah, he also likes to quote, he also likes to reference Get Out and, Black Panther. He also likes to claim that he has more YouTube videos than any other black scholar. So, watch out, Cornel West. He has more. He's the champion YouTuber.
Said it because somebody else
Will
quoted
Smith
it.
said it best.
Will Smith said it best.
Will Smith said black people spend too much money we do not have, buying things we do not need to impress other black people we don't even like.
What?
Yeah, did he say that? Did he say that before or after he fucking did Wild Wild West? You know what else Will Smith said? Will Smith also once said, this Suicide Squad looks really good. What a fucking idiot. I got more YouTube videos than any other black scholar. Watch out, Cornel West. Watch out, Adolph Reed.
Chalkboard don't teach. Classroom don't teach. Desks don't teach. White women teach.
Oh, now it's got to be about white women. This motherfucker don't like women, don't like white people, don't like gay people.
Responsibility to how she causes this whole situation. ADHD is almost exclusively diagnosed off the complaints of white teachers and black mothers.
No, it's not. It's not actually. To get diagnosed with ADHD, you need to take a series of fucking cognitive tests. It takes 4 fucking hours.
Yeah, black men don't do.
Jesus, shut up. She's too close to the microphone, Stacy Static. You call her Stacy Static because she has white noise in her fucking brain. Did I say that already?
Why did you take up this particular cause? Because you kept seeing it? It was something that you kept seeing it yourself?
I wanted to be a psychologist since I was...
Talking about this particular...
God, what a moron. Oh, by the way, I call him Dr. Umar Johnson because he has a doctorate in astrology, and I believe he has a bachelor's in dietology. He's a vegan. He believes in a vegan diet. He's not a vegan. He believes in a vegan diet, though, because he eats vegans because he's fat.
You should look into school psychology with your background, because even if you get your doctorate, you cannot evaluate for special ed disabilities.
If you keep sticking your finger up the students' butts.
Curiosity that led me to school psychology. I was purely...
It's curiosity that led you to fucking putting balls in your mouth.
I came face to face with how special ed and ADHD were being used as the major pieces of the school to prison pipeline?
The major pieces of the school to prison pipeline is the drugs, is the drug war.
Lad, you are.
I mean, that's like common sense. You actually don't even.
Boy can read.
You just have to watch The Wire for that one.
There's an 85% chance that he will never learn how. What is the average reading level of black men in prison? The average reading level of black men in America's prisons, 3rd grade.
You are a fucking 3rd grader, you dumb motherfucker.
Question.
Okay.
And the question is, how is Ritalin used in the prison?
It's used in the prisons through snorting it, you fucking idiot.
In a prison, because it is a child psychiatric medicine. So it's not.
Yeah, it's not a child psychiatric medicine. It's for adults.
Are at particular susceptibility to be over medicated. Why?
Because they're in prison. Prisoners are susceptible to being over medicated because they're in prison.
The system to advocate for them. So, for example, children who are adopted, especially children who are adjudicated, foster children.
Here's where he gives the ball away.
All the drug companies just dump on them because they don't have no mom, no family to say, you're not going to drug them up like that. So once you become a ward of the system, the medication intensifies.
Are you saying that ADHD is used to discipline your children?
I would say ADHD is taking the place of the daddy in the home. Whereas the daddy was the disciplinarian, we now send the children to the doctor. So the daddy ain't there. So the pill is almost like a whipping in a bottle.
The pill is like a whipping in the bottle. No psychologist or psychiatrist in the world would recommend corporal punishment for a child. The overwhelming fucking evidence, and they've done this studies, they've fucking studied this shit for 50 fucking years. The overwhelming evidence is that corporal punishment causes massive amounts of PTSD. You want school to prison pipeline? There's no surefire way to make your child violent by dealing with him in a violent fucking manner. This guy is a fucking idiot. And you know how he says that there's no signs of homosexuality in Africa? Well, that's obviously not true. There used to be a viral video of this fucking official in Uganda talking about gay porn he saw. And people thought it was really funny, even though they were giving the death penalty to gay people, because the guy kept going, describing this video, he kept going, the homosexual has the poo-poo, and he puts the poo-poo in his mouth there. So not only do they have gay porn in Uganda, they have gay scat porn. But that's not the fucking point. One thing you can't find any trace of in Africa is corporal punishment. This idea of whippings, he even used the word whippings. That's a European concept that was introduced to Black America. Well, can you guess when? When do you think Black Americans were introduced to whippings? This dude is a fucking farce, and even if he has some fucking community college fucking degree, that's no fucking excuse. This guy's a fucking dummy who wants to fucking demoralize black people. Better to fucking siphon their money out of their pockets. This dude needs to be in fucking jail, or at least marginalized so that he doesn't count anymore, because, you know, the world could always use more guys in shipping and receiving.